Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. So good to see you all. I hope you are doing well. Hope you're staying warm wherever you are, or staying cool, depending on the temperature and what you're hoping for. I want to welcome everybody. It's obviously another Wednesday afternoon or evening, depending on your neck of the woods. And and I have to say, we made it. We're here. The last two episodes of Gilligan's Island. We got through all three seasons. I know there was a couple of bumps along the way where we missed a couple of episodes, but we made up for it. Tonight's the last two episodes, which are Bang 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 and Gilligan the Goddess. Now, since these are the last two episodes, that does not mean that this is the last Gilligan's Island stream. Please, I want to encourage you to tune in next week, where we are going to cover the 19, I believe it's 78 movie Rescue from Gilligan's Island. If I'm wrong about the year, forgive me. I'll be putting up more information about that as this stream progresses. But I usually don't try to give you guys the wrong information. But yeah, so next week we'll have the rescue movie. Well, there was actually three rescue movies, and we will show them in order, concluding with the Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island. But first, I wanted to say hello to my fellow panelists, Gorillas Brandon Thoughts. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. Man, there's a poll I've been watching closely on another person's stream there. But all I'm trying to do is get 4 more votes, and my pick would win. 4 votes is all. So I got to do some fortifying of this poll.
Wait, I'm confused. Can you repeat that?
Well, it's a guy. He reads a chapter of a book every night. There, he calls it bedtime stories. There, and a lot of the books are actually pretty decent that he reads and stuff. So I listen to that while I'm at work. And he does a poll for which the next book is going to be. And the one I've been trying to get for the last month or so only needs 4 votes. So I got some fortifying to do by sending out the link to some people.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I'm glad you're doing good, sir. Hopefully, you can finally uh, start getting back to your normal schedule. I know you were tired last night.
Oh yeah.
Get back to your regular regiment, maybe chill out, and yeah, it's we made it. I'm excited, Gorilla. We're here at the end of the third season, and I know there's been a lot going on. A lot has changed since we first started, and it's going to be interesting. Um, I also would like to definitely say hello to the chat. I know we've only got a few people so far, which is understandable because I had trouble getting this whole stream posted. My StreamYards was messing up and it wouldn't post. So everything was kind of done at the last minute. So I know a lot of people probably did not get an alert at all. But for those of you out there in the chat, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a good time tonight. I hope you hit the like button. Gorilla, would you like to help me with the chat?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome, Suzanne. She says, "Hello, Pop Gorilla."
Hello, Suzanne.
Welcome. And welcome, Jim's Landscaping.
Hello, Jim. Hope you're doing well.
#1 computer production. He says hello. And Suzanne says, "Jim, hello. Congratulations on the 700. I'm guessing that means 7,000. Man, you're really taking off there, Jim. Save some subscribers for the rest of us."
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations.
All right,
I guess that's it.
Yeah, and then Jim just says hi to Suzanne, and everybody will start wandering in here and saying hi and stuff here pretty soon.
Yeah, if you're out there listening, spread the word. Like I said, since my alerts didn't go out properly this time, if you get a chance, spread the word out on YouTube or Twitter or whatever that we're having this stream. Most people aren't even aware that it exists. And it's sad because, like I said, this will be the last two episodes, the last final two episodes of season three. So let me get that set up, which, like I said, I kind of had to do at the last minute. So hopefully everything's correct.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is, first of all, not forget my um, overlay this time. I seem to be forgetting to do that a lot lately. So there we go. There's our overlay. And we'll get the video lined up here. And like I said, as a reminder, the first episode we're going to cover tonight is season 3, episode 29, Bang, Bang, Bang. And it premiered on Monday, April 10th, 1967. So interesting, by April, they're already done with the entire season before they even get to May. That was a long summer for us kids having to wait for those reruns. All right, and now let's get started, as they say. Come on, be nice. Again, see if that helps. Oops! It always does that when it first starts. It's like, gotcha! It's like, we don't need a gotcha. We don't need a copyright gotcha. Let me adjust the size of my show. I had to kind of adjust here in the background. Make a couple adjustments before we can actually start, guys. So, get my subtitle started here. Now we're set. There we go. And we opening with our opening credits here. I wish I could say, screw you, CBS. This is the last stream we're going to show and play the theme song. But alas, I can't take that chance. I've already got, knowing that little TV station in Louisiana that keeps filing complaints, I probably already got one filed against me for tonight. Shame on them. And here we have an interesting opening, quite unusual from the usual Gilligan's Island fare. We have a camera slowly going down a hall, and it opens up to a laboratory room here.
Oh, Pop, you're not on screen.
Hold on. Was it on and then went off, or it was never on?
You know, he had it on there, then you said, oh crap, because it does the same old thing. There, then it popped off. I can't stop sharing.
So my question is, did you guys see any of it since I started moving it? Since I
No.
reshared it? All right, thank you. So Bachelor 3, here we go. Thank you. I wish I'd known before I played all this again. But yeah, now you can see this, right?
I still think we should have a sing along, just for since this is our last Gilligan's Island.
I know, right?
The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was lost. I
It's too
can't
bad
sing
there's
anymore
such.
for that
I
stupid
know.
radio station.
There we go. This is what I was talking about.
All right.
Okay, It's an unusual opening for Gilligan's Island. We got the credits here. The camera is slowly moving down the hall.
Yeah. I want you to notice. Look at the color of the walls. They're beige right now, but later on here you'll see that they're gray.
I know here the lighting is kind of dark, so I don't know if you can really tell very well. But
Yeah.
let's see here. So we pan out, knock on the door, come in.
Yep. Right there. Right there. See, with the door open, it was gray for an interior set.
Okay, you're saying the
The
inside this room is gray right now, and then when the door closes, it turns green.
No, the walls when we were going down the corridor they're beige, but once they went into this room, as soon as they opened the door, the walls on the corridor supposedly is it's gray.
I guess, but like I said, it's hard to tell because the lights are so dim. It almost looks like a green to me because of the fluorescent.
Well, that's just because as we got they got darker as we got further down the hall.
That's possible. Parsons, this is Agent Michaels. Agent Michaels has been assigned to Operation Orchid. Can you fill in on these new explosive thermoplastics? I wish I could, but I can't. Once again, everybody, let me explain. We can't read all the subtitles or we will get in trouble. So I have the subtitles on the screen so that you at home or you in the chat can follow along with the episode. But we encourage you to try to watch it yourself because we hate to give away spoilers. And we know we can't show the whole episode here. We have to show it only in slide format. So get your hands on a DVD or a Blu-ray. Very powerful explosives. The size of this ashtray. Now we're going to look at some stock footage of an explosion. Watch the. I'm curious if that radio station will get me for that stock footage right there. Knowing them, they probably will. So they seem to be satisfied and very excited. It's accomplished by one of our secret agents. He blew up his objective with an ashtray. An exact duplicate on this one here. And it's
I
not.
hope that's a fake one because it just takes one accident and that whole lab's gone.
Yes. That's what he says. The difference with this one than other thermoplastics, excuse me, thermal means heat. So that means that this one isn't generated by heat. We've always seen in movies and TV where they use
Yeah.
plastic explosives, and then it has like a wick and a little detonator device that sticks into the clay, which causes it to explode. But this new one, this new this new plastic they have here is operated by impact. So if you have anything that's made out of this plastic, if it impacts with something, that's what causes it to explode. So that's what makes it unique. And here's a
You know
box.
that would be that'd be brilliant. They bring this up in here. That'd be brilliant. You could have just like some regular nonchalant item. Take it into a place, do whatever, eat off of it, drink from it. Just as long as you don't impact it, you're good to go. It won't do nothing. It's just harmless. So
Yes.
that would be I can think of a few organizations that this would be a dream product for them.
How do you know we
Uh,
don't have it? I mean, it does seem very useful. I can think of a lot of uses for it as well.
all right, just a sec.
So they're basically saying, yeah, this is very nice. It's a prototype. And they said we have 70 pounds so far, 75 pounds. But as they explain here, we have 50 pounds here, but unfortunately, we lost 25 pounds on a boat over the Pacific Ocean. somehow it seemed to go. It went overboard, and then, but once it hardens, it becomes. We're filling with what they're talking about the explosives. So they're saying it's like clay, it's like putty, it's soft, but once it hardens, it becomes a very powerful explosive. Just don't drop it. And there it is. How much of plastic is available? Only about 50 pounds, but it washed overboard during a storm at sea. That's what I was talking about in this, some of the text, guys. But 25 pounds washed overboard. You sure it didn't fall into enemy hands? Positive. It was lost in the Pacific.
Oh, sorry about that. Hey, and welcome, Oiler Greg.
Hello, great Ribbon in the chat.
All right. Now this is so weird here. Seems like every time that they lose something, especially in the Pacific, they'll send out tons of ships to go looking for the item. But something like this that you definitely do not want to fall into. Well, let's just say the Soviets' hands, for example. They're the big
Right.
bad guys in this, and I'm pretty sure we were in Vietnam at this time. You'd think that they would send hundreds of ships looking for it, like they did with every other item that they lose.
Yeah, you never know, right?
Yeah, but nope. They said, "Oh, it's fine. It fell off hundreds of miles from any shore. It can't float nowhere. It's good. We're good."
But of course, they overestimate our heroes. And here comes Hapless Gilligan with a new pet that he has. It looks like we have another monkey.
Uh, uh, Fun fact that monkey's name is Jonko.
Oh, hey, Jonko, what's up?
Yeah,
I'm
and
guessing.
that is I
Go
think
ahead.
that's what they call a macaque monkey. There, he was Blankov's and Igor the monkey in Ring Around Gilligan.
Yeah, very nice. And you can kind of tell we recognize him the way they have him kind of shaved on each side of his head.
You guys can't hear that, can you? Never
Are
mind, I'll
you
turn it
asking
down.
the chat? Or are you asking?
No, I just turned it down. I just put the air freshener down to help circulate some more of this air.
You're fine. I don't hear anything.
Okay, yeah, because it's 85 with high humidity. It's still air outside. I should almost
Oh,
shut the windows.
very close. It's 86 here
Yeah.
in my room, so I had to turn on my little window AC.
No, it's weather like this that always gets the hairs crawling because if you don't have when it's that hot and humid, you don't have a breath of wind. That means something's moving in.
Oh, yeah, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, it's a telltale sign here in the Midwest.
So Gilligan says, this looks like we found something real good this time, huh? He said to the monkey, secret material control batch number 2. So
Yeah,
he
but he
dragged,
doesn't read the box. You
no,
never
no,
notice
not
it. They never look
completely.
for. Yeah,
Well, this
nobody
isn't doing
ever.
it good. It just says secret material anyway. It doesn't really say what it is.
Yeah.
And here he is. He's taking that back to the huts where Skipper's busy building a roof.
Well, he's patching a hole, but what exact? I don't know exactly what he's trying to nail. I know those fronds there. But what I don't know what he's nailing. I'm guessing he
Yeah,
just
because
did that
that's
for
a
the comedy bit.
yeah, because the nail's pretty big. It's too big for something like that.
Yeah, it's like a comedy bit there, but it's like it just I was like scratching my head like, what are you nailing?
Yeah, it sure is. And Skipper's in a bad mood today.
Uh, and let's see. Other Greg says, giant spiders greetings, spider legs waving wildly, and
Yes,
then and Yeah, and other Greg says Gorilla diverted power from life support earlier. Switch it back on, Gorilla. Hey, I have to have my fun in the Hollow Suite, all right, Oiler? I'll keep that on no matter how much power it takes.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I had thought about that.
Yeah,
So the professor checking out the clay, and he's telling them that it does have some interesting dynamics about it. And he's thinking of all the different
yeah,
uses they could use it for on the island. It's clay, but they can kind of use it like a plastic. So when all of them start thinking about all the things they can start substituting
yeah.
and making. Are you trying to say something, Gorilla?
Well, I was gonna say, did you not find it odd that the professor can just by looking at it recognize the plastic as a pentyl fluoro, fluoroalide without realizing that it has explosive qualities?
There's all kinds of different kinds of clay that look just like that. I used to
Yeah,
do
but he
ceramics in school, and it looked just like that.
no, but he had it narrowed down to the to the chemical makeup of the clay.
Well, he's definitely smarter than I am.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm confused, but
I don't know. He
all
just
right.
had it. He had it down to the chemical makeup that he because I know I used to have to work with a bunch of different plastics, and they all had different chemical names for him there, and he that's what he did. He narrowed it down to which specific plastic it was. There,
Okay,
there is all. It's just something. It's just an observation I made from my work experience.
gotcha. So he's saying that it's similar to like what they use in the everyday things like combs and buttons, costume jewelry, test tubes, useful things such as vacuum tubes used to preserve food. That's odd because I don't think they've established that when it dries, it's transparent. Most test tubes I know are transparent. Vacuum
Well,
tubes are transparent.
well, my like the vacuum thing for my sealer there isn't transparent. It's a gray color, so
Wait. It's a sealer and it's a vacuum tube.
well vacuums out
Oh no!
all
That's not
the
a vacuum
there.
tube. No, a vacuum tube are those little glass tubes that used to go in TVs and radios. They would heat up that have lights on the inside.
Uh, Okay, just like I have to break up a fight.
Useful things such as vacuum tubes used to preserve foods. All it does is dry until it hardens. Yeah. What? See? So he's kind of showing Gilligan, where are you going? This little brainiac will bring us luck. Hippity hop, hippity hop. He made a little bunny out of it, clay. So here they are coming up with ideas of what they could do with the clay. And that's nice to see Mr. Hallenbald, surprisingly. And here we are, Marianne serving breakfast, which looks delicious as usual. Gilligans are working up an appetite.
All right.
And they're saying it's junk, and he says, it's not junk. Like I made this bunny. You and your
Yeah.
harebrained schemes, says Skipper. But they make dishes out of plastic. Sure, and they also make costume jewelry, bracelets, brooches, bangles, and beads. And Mr. House says, I wonder if it can be used for something really vital. So Mr. Howe's on the right track. Like what? And
Oh,
here we cut to
I I
Mrs.
guess
House. What's the matter?
I gotta say this. I absolutely love the scene with Mrs. Howell. You know, I was actually laughing really hard at this part.
Share it with
My
us.
boss almost wanted to give me a drug test. That's how hard I was laughing.
Tell us.
well, it's with the way she's describing the cat things, and Hadley, you gotta get that away from the mic, right? Yeah, where she was
What?
like saying the like you gotta get the driver. Like you know our driver's back in Hawaii. You know, I'm talking about the club. Yes, he'll take us to the club. So we can still make it to the club. So no, it's
Okay,
just
gotcha.
yeah, she was mistaken the actual golf terms for social life. I take it Mr. Howell never took taken her golfing. Wait, we've seen her golfing quite a few times on the island, but I'm
I
guessing
know.
back on the mainland she never
Yeah,
went
and
golfing with her.
we've all seen her watch him play golf and follow along with him.
Yeah.
Pretty soon you'll have the unforgettable thrill, and he's telling her that they're going to make the golf balls out of this new plastic. Now, the first thing to use, my dear, is your driver. You know perfectly well my chauffeur is back home. Is this what you're talking about, Gorilla?
Yes, right here.
Okay. I believe his name was Charles, wasn't it? No, darling, I'm talking
Yeah.
about clubs. Of course, he drove us to all the very best clubs.
Yeah. And welcome, Scurvy.
Hello, and bye. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well and fancy free.
Here, oh, and welcome, Pickles. Also, LDG. We got a lot of chats in here. I'm gonna,
Hello,
uh,
LDG. Go for it. Yeah, thank you.
yeah. Let's see. Uh, the island is really kind of like a small town America during the '60s.
Yes,
Yeah, I
you're right.
suppose they got a golf course, they got a swimming pool, they got some houses, and Pickles is waving his arms wildly, frantically trying to get our attention.
Hello,
And the
LDG.
professor, yeah, and the professor is a bit of a mad scientist. Not that mad, I guess. And I guess we're a bunch of fruitcakes. All right.
Nice.
And Oleg Rex says vacuum tube testing at the local grocery store.
Oh, who remembers that? I do. Yeah, they'd have a unit in the back, this little box-looking thing, and you would bring up your box of vacuum tubes, and you plug them into the tube tester to see if they were still good.
Oh yeah. And Screw said that's why they called the TV the tube. I think. Well, I've heard it
Yeah,
called a different term.
well, it was they called it variations of tube because it was a vacuum tube. It was one big vacuum tube. So there was different variations of the word tube.
Yeah. And Oleg Rex says, well, it had a tube video monitor as well as a vacuum tubes integrated into it.
Yes.
Uh, Oleg Greg says, guess whose AC died today and can't be fixed until Friday? It's okay. It's not like it's hot or anything down here. Hey, I think Hurricane Bertha will take care of that heat real fast. No, but Scurvy, if you could send me a private message there of what it's doing, I might be able to help you, depending on what type of AC it is. And he goes, yikes, Scurvy, I use window units, so I always have one working somewhere.
Are you talking
And
about
I
a
go,
machine? Are you talking about oh, I didn't want to do that. Sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
Scurvy says, Euler, definitely a pro of window units. And And
Let me
Euler
get
says
back to
Grill's
Gorilla.
mobile vacuum tube testing service coming soon. All right, so here we go. We're all caught up.
Thank you. Good to see you all, everybody. Well, Thurston, I think golf is such a marvelous game. She doesn't even really grasp it. Well, never mind. We'll try again at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock? Well, isn't that the right time for tea?
Yeah, and, Mr. Howell just rolls his eyes. But I was laughing because the whole time we all know what this stuff is and what's going on here. The castaways have absolutely no idea. So then
Yeah.
the monkey comes along and just steals the golf ball. Yet they don't chase after it.
Well, there's not much time. He throws it and it explodes. And they don't even look right. They don't even look for it. They're like, that's odd thunder, not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah. Too bad that the explosion sound didn't carry all the way back to the huts and people wondering what was going on.
Yeah, this episode does play a little fast and loose with people hearing and not hearing the explosives, explosions. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Sometimes I've got to kind of mute for a few seconds, guys, and drop
Yeah.
out to clear my throat or cough. So if that happens, I apologize. Bear with me.
Yeah. Yeah. And welcome PvP.
Hey, PvP, good to see you.
Hi to both of us.
And we have beautiful Marianne and Ginger, and they're making all sorts of dishes out of the new stuff.
Yeah. Personally, I would prefer the old dishes. They're the wooden ones that they have.
I can see the advantage. There's a difference between wooden tends to wear out, and if you have knives, it tends to get scratched. Which they're in plastic might last a little longer. Wait till you wear it out; it'll knock your eyes out. So basically, Marianne's making dishes. Let me clarify, which I should have done. Marianne's making dishes. Ginger's making jewelry.
Yeah.
And Gilligan looks at the bowl that Marianne's making and he says, it looks like it has mumps. Be careful, Gilligan, you'll break them. So he's saying that he knows how to juggle. He says, juggling here, watch this. And we'll see if we can catch this. And the monkey seems to be, by the way, not only does the monkey throw stuff, but it seems to be a very good catch. So
Yeah.
well trained monkey.
Yeah. See here, I was sitting here waiting for the explosion.
Okay, give me the plate. And by the way, the monkey's a jerk in this episode. I don't know why it's Gilligan's friend. It's not really a good guy. It doesn't really
Well,
do what's told.
well, the thing with the monkey is it thinks that Gilligan probably plays with it a lot and plays catch with it with like a with a limit or something there and it thinks it's playing like keep away or something.
Yeah, that's possible. And there goes
Yeah.
Gilligan after the monkey. Now is where there he imitates the monkey. You don't like it when somebody else does it to you, do
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. And what
And
and
then,
I cannot translate what Gilligan said to the monkey. It was very offensive.
we can't translate that to the chat, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was very offensive. It goes against YouTube's guidelines. Is what Gilligan said in monkeyish.
Yep, gotcha. Thanks a lot for these plastic nails, Professor. All these things are talking about making the plastic into, but I guess no way of a boat. It could be one of them or help make a boat somehow. But I'm sure you can nail palm fronds with them. I'll try them right. I'll try them out right now, says the skipper. So we have Gilligan still chasing that little monkey with the plate. Help me get this plate away from him, says Gilligan. And the skipper's busy. He doesn't have time to bother with that. Will you get it yourself, Gilligan? I want to try out these new nails. Oh, and there's another hole. And he keeps distracting Skipper, so Skipper misses and unfortunately makes another hole in the roof. There's another hole I have to fix in the head, he says. Gilligan said, but it's a new plate that Marianne made. Well, give him something he'll like better, says Skipper. Good idea. Yeah, here, I'll offer him a banana. Here, see this new banana? Look, it's really good. I'll take a bite myself. And Gilligan takes a bite. And I'm trying to remember what exactly happened here. Even when I watched this, I was like, wait, what?
He took a bite out of it there, and his
The monkey hit him on the foot.
yes, and his fillings fall out. Two of his
Right,
fillings.
right. So he went and took a bite of the banana, and at the same time, the monkey hit him on the foot with a stick, thereby making him, I don't know, bite down too hard or what, but he bites down and he goes, oh, like this. And the skipper notices, the skipper gets once again hit in the hand with the hammer, and there goes the monkey off with the plate. Skipper, the bananas have parts in them, pits in them. Your head maybe, yes, but not bananas, said Skipper. This one
Yeah,
does. Look at pits. And Gilligan pulls him out, and this is what he sees.
yeah.
Gilligan,
Now,
little buddy, he said.
now in 1966, would those be lead fillings?
Oh, no, they've never. That feeling maybe 1800s. No, they haven't used them in a long time.
Okay, so that's just
No,
regular.
20. Right, now I had 22% more cavities. Oh, I'm so real sorry about that, Gilligan. Where'd that money go with the plate? That monkey go with the plate? Well, I don't care if he makes a flying saucer out of that plate. And then guess what? Now we show the monkey throwing the plate. And that's what we get. Skipper shouldn't have said that, I guess. So they take Gilligan back to the
Yeah,
professor
yeah. I was
to
a
have his teeth. Go ahead.
I was a little disappointed with that explosion there because it made about the same size explosion as a golf ball, but yet it used probably 10 times more of that plastic than a golf ball.
Well, well, remember they also had that demo ashtray at the beginning of the episode that was around the same amount of clay, but it was a much bigger explosion. At least in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. I kind of wish.
I'll be right back. Be right
Yeah,
back.
I'll catch up on chats here. Hmm. Uh, hey, is that one of Gorilla's relatives? Unfortunately, we do have, as it saddens us to say, we do have to claim our redneck uncle who likes to play with explosives. There, he likes to do his Alabama fishing, and Ginger is looking good. Nah, you gotta go with Marianne. All right, doesn't do us told definitely related to Gorilla. When have I ever not do something that I was told? Uh, or just see.
All right, I'm back.
That then other Greg says the furry branch of uh of Gorilla's family here family tree. He goes, "Oh yes, girl." Other Greg. Another says, "For a big man, the skipper carries his weight well. He was never the butt of fat jokes." Other Greg, weren't you here last week or the week before that? Or the week before that?
Yeah, he kind of, but he handles it well. The jokes are written well, where they're funny without being
Yeah,
too insulting, in my
yeah.
opinion.
It's playful kidding versus what everybody does like towards it's like you're playful joking amongst friends, and not the way everybody talks about Tilly. So
Right.
that's the
Well,
best example I can come up
nobody
with.
likes. Yeah, nobody likes that.
Yeah. And other Greg says he may have foiled several rescues. And that's all the chats there.
Okay, so we have Gilligan at the skipper's place, gonna have those teeth taken care of. So now we're setting up the rig here for the dentist chair. And Professor's saying that he can even use that plastic to make new fillings for Gilligan. It will make excellent fillings for your teeth. You'll be able to chew your head off. Of
Right.
course, they don't know about the explosions yet, so it's all they're all puns. Open wide. Uh, Now, I want you guys to look at this here. Imagine how painful this would be, where it's a primitive hand drill on a rope, and you're having to pedal it. That sounds like something they had back probably in the old days, and it sounds, to me, it sounds very painful. But I never really was a big fan of dentists anyway.
Well, I can
Gilligan
think of
said, no, it
worse
didn't
things
hurt, but it's
that'd be
good.
more painful.
True. But Gilligan said, yeah, no, it didn't hurt, but his legs were sore. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. So they're all celebrating because Gilligan was able to find the explosives. Sorry. I'm tired. They're all celebrating because Gilligan discovered the new plastic, which has changed all their lives, and they're all happy about it. And thanks for the beautiful jewelry, Gilligan. It was nice of you to paint my golf ball. It makes it look so official, says Mr. Howe. But they'll come in real handy. The nails. Skipper says he haven't had a chance to use the nails yet, but they'll come in real handy. Well, Gilligan's little friend has come to join the party. And the
Yeah.
monkey hoots and screeches, jumps on the table. And as they're all sitting there, the monkey grabs a piece of a plate or some sort of dinnerware
Sounds a
and
glass.
throws a cup. There'd be a cup, the glass is transparent. So it tosses it, and here's what happens. And now they all realize, wait a minute, the golf ball has exploded. Golf ball doesn't explode. Plastics don't explode. But plastic explosives explode, says the professor. And the monkey continues throwing things, so they duck for cover. My golf ball, my dishes, my teeth, says Gilligan. It didn't catch that in the subtitles, but Gilligan says my teeth. So
Yeah.
now we cut where they're trying to carefully remove
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
cavities with
Did
cement.
that was that the scene that the tree fell? Did the professor tosses the
They
cup
showed
in?
it. They showed a tree fall when the monkey
Yeah.
threw a dish.
Yeah, that's the same one that was chopped in topsy turvy by Eddie Sky.
Chopped.
Yeah, remember in Topsy Turvy and that tree got chopped down there with that Eddie Sky Eddie Little Sky
Oh, right. But
there.
I'm saying is, so for this, are you saying they showed it getting chopped, or they showed the same tree exploding, or they
The
changed
same
it
tree
from chopped to
falling.
explode?
It's the same tree falling. It's a prop tree that's designed to fall over. That's the same one they used in Topsy Turvy.
Gotcha. Thank you. But whatever if you drill, we'll have to figure some other way to remove those fillings. In the meantime, you've got to be careful. That's easy. And he's telling them, don't sneeze, don't yell, don't cough. That's easy. And he says,
He told him, "Don't trip or fall."
right, and
That's
that's what he says,
impossible.
right, because we know it. After all, we are talking about Gilligan. Don't trip or bump into anything, right? And as soon as he does, he almost bumps into the door. Don't let my teeth come together. Now be careful, won't you? Sounds like you're getting hungry really fast. After all, I told him to be careful. Professor, my little buddy's a human time bomb. To be careful before Thanksgiving. And that monkey is still being mischievous. Marianne, be careful. Be extra careful. So they're trying to get that jewelry off without exploding. We'll get your ears pierced the hard way. Some of this meal could mean a big blowout. And they walked out, and when they do, the monkey reaches in their window and takes the jewelry off the table. Okay, Gilligan. Gorilla, as I go through these slides, I'm going to need your help describing them, okay?
Okay, not a problem. Well, right here, we got Marianne feeding Gilligan to go. But you gotta keep your strength up there. You gotta eat, and she mixed three types of fish, which as an avid fisherman, I do not recommend that. I will just gone with one here and mashed it all together because halibut, flounder, and tuna do not mix very well. They each have their own unique tastes. They're their own type. They even have their own textures. I would not have made it into a fish mash.
It doesn't even sound yummy.
Yeah, yeah. She is feeding him all the way from the window there with on a long stick. This is a precaution. You gotta be careful.
Oh, I
Now,
trust you. Nothing's going to happen. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to stand 10 feet away.
yeah. Now, you notice anything odd in this picture?
What's that?
Where's Gilligan Skipper gonna sleep? The hammocks are gone.
Well, they disappeared before, depending on the scene.
Yeah. That's just something that definitely caught my eye there, right there.
Yeah.
Especially with the way the poles are. Yeah. All right, so now we got the Howells here,
Oops. Sorry.
and they
Oops.
could, and they're talking about how they could have been killed and all that. While the monkey goes and is collecting all the plates and all the jewelry and all that, which you think they could have found a spot. I bet the thing is, all the castaways buried them, but apparently they did not bury them deep enough to where the monkey couldn't find them. Which
Yeah,
I
it's kind
thought
of like a dog.
you think they will well put them in like a locked tote or something, or at least that's what I would have done. Had them all locked
Right.
up in a tote. They're in chests. We know they got plenty of chests around. Just so
And now we
nobody
have
else.
the professor.
Oh,
Right now we
sorry.
have the professor working on an anesthesia for working on Gilligan. So basically, something to numb the pain on that tooth before he goes to work. And you won't feel a thing. You can't go through life with a mountain of explosives. Why not? I'm always shooting off my mouth.
Yeah.
Now, Ginger, let's make sure we have everything. Towel. And what she does, as he names, as he calls for everything, she kind of slams them down in Gilligan's lap.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Susie says pliers. Now do one more thing. Lose it.
Yes,
and
right.
yeah, even though they've been sanitized, burned, and everything else. So yeah, they can't yank the fillings out. So what they're gonna do is yank the tooth out,
No, Ginger
which
start
I've
the
had.
anesthetic.
Yeah, I can tell you that is very painful work to be done.
So I don't try not to skip it here. I'm trying to show it. But she turns on the anesthetic, and it feeds through the tubing. You can see that red stuff. And as he gets ready to administer to Gilligan, the line has a leak on the bottom, and the anesthesia is actually just pouring on the ground. So that's actually rare you ever see on Gilligan's Island, but that's an outright mistake by the professor. So he's counting, and he tells Gilligan to put on the mask. There's the anesthesia leaking out, and then,
Yeah,
as the countdown continues, Professor and Ginger are getting drowsy, and Professor passes out, and then Ginger passes out.
yeah. On top of them, they and Peter Jackson stole this bit for the Lord of the Rings there.
Oh, he did?
But oh yeah, because the the people of Aristot or Edoras were fleeing the Helm's Deep. They're like it's like a fortress built into the side of a mountain. There, it's their stronghold or or like a safe haven for them, and they're getting attacked on the way there. So all the guys they run up there, they're taking them out, and uh, Gilligan falls off the horse there, and he gets attacked by this little like hog looking thing, and he manages to kill it, but it falls right on top of him. Then all of a sudden, this orc comes on top of him, and someone killed the orc, and but it keeps piling more weight on top of him, just like the professor and
Oh,
Ginger fell
okay.
on top of Gilligan there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotcha.
I think that scene was inspired by something like this. Probably a few scenes from different movies are inspired by this. Come to
Oh,
think of it,
Gilligan's Island inspired many things.
yeah,
A lot of you grew up watching it. So now Skipper's having Gilligan tucked in. And he says, get a
yeah,
good night's sleep and everything will be okay.
yeah. The skipper just gave him was a special mouth guard made by some tree
Well,
gum
he
there.
hasn't given
So,
it to him.
oh, I thought you did.
No.
Oh yeah, he put the blanket on him to stop to make
Right.
sure that he
You're
stays
getting
warm.
right, you're getting a little ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Um, what's going on is Gilligan says you're just doing this because I grind my teeth when I sleep. You don't have to worry about that either, Gilligan. And now is where he tells him, says, the professor made uh, I'm sorry, my mind,
It, it,
I'm
it's a mouth guard made out of tree gum to put in your
right,
mouth.
the guard ran out of chewing gum to put in your mouth, and then he has Gilligan put it in, and it'll keep your teeth from coming together. Mouth guard's not the word, but I can't remember what was, so that's why I was getting stuck on that word.
Yeah,
I
but
can't
it's the same
understand
concept.
you. Yeah,
Hmm.
gum. So he said, Gilligan asked Professor, what did you say it was made out of? And he said, gum. He said, well, next time they get tutti frutti.
Yeah,
And he said, would you
rubber
put that in
tutti
your mouth
frutti.
and go to sleep? Good night,
I
sir.
think they I think they still make tutti frutti, don't they? I
Interestingly
haven't bought.
enough, I just saw an article a few weeks ago that it was discontinued. It was just
Ah,
it was just discontinued.
ah,
Fruity Tutti, I mean Tutti Frutti and Fruit Stripe gum. who owns a little giraffe on it. Yeah, they stopped making them.
Oh man, I used to love those as a kid because you could lick the wrapper and put them on your arm there, and you could have these like these different shaped tattoos on your arm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that was the fruit stripes. There they had pictures on the wrappers there that you lick the wrapper, got the wrapper wet, you put it on your arm there, then the ink would transfer to your arm.
Well, that's cool. So Gilligan immediately starts he dozes off and starts snoring.
Yeah, and
And as he does so,
this is reused footage.
yes, we have seen this before,
Yeah,
haven't we?
because from Past the Vegetables, please. That's reused footage from that.
That's where you gotta pay attention, kids. And Gilligan's blowing bubbles, and the monkey's watching. And it gets bigger and bigger. Do you remember buying that kind of bubble stuff at the store, Gorilla?
What was that?
Did you ever buy that balloon that he's blowing? They used to sell that stuff at the grocery store. You could buy the package and it comes with a little tube of what looks like a little tube of blue and then a little plastic straw, and you would blow it
Oh,
to the tip of the straw, and you could make balloons. Do you remember that?
oh no, we never got that. We've always like if we had anything, it was just regular bubbles.
Balloons.
Yeah.
Well, this wasn't like bubbles. This was closer to like buying balloons.
Okay.
But
Liquid
anyway,
latex.
so it explodes, and Gilligan panics, and he wakes up Skipper. Oh, Skipper, don't look! I blew at my face. Gilligan, you're all right. You're all right. Stop thrashing around, or you will explode. Wait a minute. How can I? I didn't explode. I can hear you. So then I didn't explode. There wasn't any explosion. And then the monkeys back up on the roof. And of course, they're hearing more explosions. They're panicking. And here comes everybody. Oh, poor Gilligan. Oh, they think something's wrong with Gilligan, but no. Skipper carries him out. Everything's fine. Nice catch, Skipper. And that was where that pesky monkey's back at it again, throwing the dishes and causing all these explosions. Crazy
Yeah.
monkey.
Then as they're running around, the huts start disappearing.
And the rock, that's right. So they're all hiding behind this rock. Till you get back here with Levy.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't like that rock's going to do them any good, but oh well.
Yeah. And that dress that Ginger is wearing, that was the dress that was shortened by
Marianne,
Marianne there. Marianne, so they must have been managed to sew it back together, but make it
and
look brand
enlarge it
new.
or something. Yeah, exactly. Marianne probably felt bad, so she probably did that herself.
Yeah.
There's a big explosion right next to them. I thought that was a pretty good stunt because there's been a lot of times where actors and actresses were hurt on set because they had explosions go off right next to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And, this is the perfect episode to watch for this weekend. Yeah,
Yes, it is. You're right about that.
and Gilligan's the only one that's gonna be brave enough to go after that dang monkey.
Right. So here, Gilligan's like, I've had enough of this. I'm going to go after that monkey. because he's tired of it. He sees what it's been doing to all the castaways, and you can see his clothes are already in tatters. So he goes to climb the ladder, and the whole thing explodes with Gilligan on it.
Well, he sneezed,
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
and
He sneezed.
and all so now all their now they don't have to worry about the explosions anymore.
Nope. Gilligan's still standing there on the ladder. Oh, the little monkey, he's safe. He's such a game little trooper. And then what about your sneeze? My sneeze. Yeah, your fillings blew out and hit the ceiling. Blew up the monkey into the air and solved the problem. Nobody say gesundheit, said Gilligan. Aha, little buddy, you're right. You're all right. So now we cut to the next day. All right, Gilligan, stop pedaling now. So finally,
Yeah.
they're done with that procedure. And
Now,
using for fillings and teeth is an absolute genius.
yeah,
Thanks, Professor. I'm sorry, what's
yeah.
going on?
Oh, I didn't think copper would be safe for him to use as fillings, but I suppose that things were different back then. But also, yeah, this last scene is to shorten the TV time. They cut this one here with this last scene here.
I'm
They
not
ended with
surprised.
yeah, but uh they also someone made the comment here that this is a retread of that episode with Ford March when they find all that dynamite and they had that gorilla throwing all the dynamite everywhere. It's
Yes, it is
basically like the
similar.
same thing.
Yes, it is similar.
All right.
Very good, Gilligan. Ah, look. Looks like here's our monkey pal again. And he's got the plate and he throws it, but it doesn't break it. It doesn't explode. It just shatters. Monkey
Yeah.
hoots.
Yeah. Oh,
Gilligan,
yeah.
would
Yeah.
you?
There. Oh, did you catch that there with their expressions?
Yes. Did I miss
It's
something?
it's their expressions. Each one did the with the, like there's the old monkey thing. Monkey see no evil, hear no evil, spit or
Yes.
speak. They did that. They did the exact one there. Yeah, see no evil, speaks no evil, hears no evil.
Yep. You're right about that. Gilligan,
I
would
thought
you
that's kind
please
of
try
funny.
to.
Sorry, sorry. Oh.
No, they are looking exasperated. Nobody. Still, they don't get rid of that monkey. Oh well. And we get our closing credits.
Yeah. Now, I think personally that could have been the should have been the season finale one right there. That way they don't have to worry about the 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 rebuilding the hut sets and every that hut set or anything.
That's true. Well, one thing that we made clear from the beginning when we started covering the series is, and I read the book, by the way, I do have the book inside Gilligan's Island, but they never explained exactly if these were shot the whole, I mean, all three seasons, if they were shot and aired in the same order. I think they were, but it was never really said for sure. But the first few episodes we know definitely were in the first season, but I don't know if they stuck with that or not. Otherwise, I would have shown them in production order, kind of like Jill does her TOS.
Yeah. I don't know though. I don't think the order with Gilligan's Island matter like the canon doesn't. It just seems like it make more sense. They're gonna blow up a hut doing on the very last episode of the series.
Right.
But anyhow, let's catch up on chats. We're getting the next episode ready.
Good idea.
Oiler
Thank
Greg,
you.
Oiler Greg says society never mocked his weight. Yeah, correct on that. Fat jokes on the show are different. Yeah, these were made out of fun, not out of cruelty like that. Like it
Spite.
seems like. And Oiler Greg says that will made some awesome weapons, basically grenades if they had saved some. No, we actually covered that at the very beginning. We actually covered that at the very beginning there, where yeah, those would have been like the perfect weapons to sneak into places there to use, because they can be shaped to look like just about anything, and they can be set off at any time that they wanted to, not like and
Uh huh.
not be given away.
Correct.
And like Greg says, the literal 10-foot pole, and he goes, "Smart
Yes,
girl,
exactly.
yeah, smart." And cheers. And Scurvy says, "Cheers, Oiler." And it says, "I had a Jurassic Park style dinosaur adventure. I am planning on making a video about it soon." Oh, good. I'm looking forward to it. Uh, and PvP says, "Bad jokes can be funny. I remember Ed Norton making fun of Ralph on the Honeymooners." Oh, I make fat jokes about myself all the time. So, all right, we're all caught up on chats.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Now,
um,
yes.
no, not nothing. No, it's nothing. I was just gonna tell PvP there. Hey, I hope you appreciate it. I changed my avatar to this one just for Gilligan's Island.
You changed your avatar, gorilla? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I changed it to the cheerful monkey instead of the serious monkey.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
All right, Adley, you gotta play that somewhere else. There, because that's all right. Sorry about that.
No
She keeps
problem. No
turning it up.
problem.
No, she keeps turning the volume up. She wants to sit in my lap, but I turn the phone down so my mic won't pick it up. But she keeps insisting on turning it up.
Oh, kids are kids.
Yeah.
So now we are moving on to the next episode, which is the very last final episode of the series Gilligan's Island. Season 3, Episode 30, Gilligan the Goddess, which aired originally Monday, April 17th, 1967. I wish they made these fonts darker so they were easier to read, but oh well, I can't have everything. Alright, so here we disembark from our favorite harbor and we meet our heroes. And the weather does start getting rough. And we meet each of the castaways here on Gilligan's Island.
Here on Gilligan's Isle.
Judged by Gary Nelson.
Yeah.
And looks like we have some visitors this week. And Gilligan is making an SOS sign. So it's good to see that they're still at it and they haven't totally
Yeah.
given up.
Yeah. So, and I appreciate that this wasn't set in the lagoon. That they're a little bit away from the lagoon, so I'm guessing he's on the outside shore of stuff, versus because no one would see that in the lagoon.
That
I
is true.
appreciate that little detail right there.
So Gilligan's got this SOS sign, and as he's putting up the SOS sign, people keep running through it. He's like, "What? What?" He doesn't understand, and he gasps, and he sees natives. There we go. And of course, all they're doing is running over his body.
Yeah. Good thing they didn't see him.
Right, they didn't see him. Yeah, that's the gag. So they didn't see him, so they're running over his body.
Then also like the tablet.
So we have Mr. Howell doing his usual business of just chilling out. But just a moment, I'll be right back. My dogs.
Okay, well
I'm
he
gonna watch on your computer.
while he's doing that, PvP says I'm fat and fat jokes don't offend me. Same here. I make those jokes all the time. They go, thanks, gorilla. I prefer the cheerful gorilla. It's just for Gilligan's Island. And he goes, the last episode of the series, a milestone night. Yes, it is. I still swear
Yes,
we should have had to sing a song. Maybe we
I
could
wish
sing
we
something
could
at
have.
the end. And other Greg says, oh wow, Pop, we made it through the entire series.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
did.
did.
I'm so happy.
Then TVP is giving us a bunch of fireworks for us rowdy Americans, which we're going to be really rowdy tomorrow.
Thank you.
Don't worry, I won't set my pile of fireworks on fire and start the van on fire like some people. Yeah,
I don't need to buy anything because the neighbors do all that. If I want to watch fireworks,
no,
all I have to do is go outside.
no, I was making a reference to a video that's been circulating around it every year. It circled out for the last 4 years. These people they set off a firework rod and it blows up on the ground, and some of the sparks landed their pile of fireworks that they piled right outside their van there, and sets the whole pile off.
Not very smart, are they?
Yeah. Hey, at least someone was smart enough to grab the toddler when the whole thing started exploding.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and
Mr. Howe.
Taylor Swift, greater than Disney Star Wars, is giving welcome, welcome. He's giving us our turquoise waving hand,
Thank
and he says,
you.
"Yay!"
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Can a man have a little peace and here, peace around here, a little nap, and then he hears these foreign language. Just like,
I want coconut melon.
Yeah, and he's just napping away. Yeah, I no, I wish I could be like that, where I could sleep through anything. But of course, there's been a couple really bad storms that I've slept through. And he wakes up. I was laughing here that he wakes up to the three natives just standing over him. I don't know how would you react if this happened to you? Oh, Pop must have had to
sorry,
step up.
I knew I was doing something with my dogs. I would be quite surprised as well. I can't blame
Yeah.
him for his reaction. Sorry, I got to mute
Hey.
again. But I'm turning the slides.
Okay. And one thing I did appreciate about that, the one thing I did appreciate about this is they just had them speak English there versus all the other ones who had to sit there and read subtitles on what they were saying and all that. I prefer because we all know they can speak a different language here, but I like that they speak English in this, and they apparently come
Well,
in
that's part of
peace.
the. That's part of the plot. These are a little more educated because they've been around civilization. Like when we talk about the eternal flame, so they'll kind of explain that. And this is the wonderful actor, excellent character actor, which I sorely missed, and he just wasn't around long enough. But he made a powerful impact on movies and TVs at the time, and that is we're
No,
looking at.
no, no.
Yeah.
So what we're looking at is the wonderful, great late Stanley Adams. So we were looking at Cyrano Jones from The Trouble with Tribbles. He
Oh,
was
that's
also
here. That's Cyrano Jones.
sure is. His voice is
Oh,
unmistakable. He was also in Lost in Space, I think when it comes to 60s TV shows, he was on everything. And unfortunately, he died at a relatively young age. In the mid 70s, he took his own life. Sad to say.
Oh,
But he also reprised his role of Cyrano Jones
There.
in More Troubles, More Troubles.
yeah. Hey, and
Anyway, on with it.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, welcome to the man of many words, Cody guy. He says happy hump day. That was
Hello,
yesterday,
guys.
Cody. That was yesterday for us rowdy Americans.
Hello, good to see you, Cody guy.
And now PvP recognizes him. I didn't recognize him at first either. But as soon as he said Cyrano Jones, I immediately recognized that.
Just my picture. There we go. Yep. He was a short man
Yeah.
because I was not like Mr. Jim Backus, the guy who played Mr. Howe, was that tall. Those natives he hired probably were relatively tall. But Stanley Adams wasn't that short, but he had a voice that made up for it. And Cyrano Jones is one of my favorite antagonists from Star Trek, TOS.
Yeah, because he wasn't malicious. He was just uh, a profiteer, incompetent profiteer.
Exactly. He was here telling Mr. Howe that he's looking for certain items.
But no, he's looking for a white goddess, which you won't get away with that nowadays.
Very unlikely.
Yeah. Then he starts writing off his titles there. He's like the keeper of eternal flame, keeper of this, keeper of that. You okay, Pop?
Me, yeah, I'm just doing something with my dogs. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, I just heard some. Yeah, yeah. So he just starts rambling off all these titles, like kind of like Lasagna. Troy is a secret whole rings of Beta Z and secret chalice of this. This is basically what this guy says. He's a keeper.
And
And
Mr. Howe,
uh,
maybe he's an oil tycoon, of course.
yeah, well, he wants to know like exactly how much it's going to cost him. All this was going to cost him because he's trying to get ready to take it back to civilization there. And the first number he rattles off is $1,000. So
Right,
that
right. But the the not headhunter, but the native keeps telling Mr. Howe higher numbers. So he says, like, legends say that on eighth moon. So I guess that's his way of raising the amount.
But it doesn't wind up.
yeah. So first he offers him 1,000, which is like
I need to go potty.
96,046 bucks.
I need to go potty.
Alrighty, I'll be right back.
Go for it. I know you're changing the subject. Well, I can be pushed so far, says Mr. Howe. Mr. Howe actually, honestly, offered $100,000, which is a good amount, especially for back then. He offers them $100,000 to rescue all the castaways. And they basically turn him down because they say no, they're looking for certain items. They're looking for the white goddess and the eternal flame. There it is, $100,000, and that is my final offer. And now they're using some of their own language. Soon, time for New Year feast. Must find goddess will know me. Well, let's settle this little white goddess business, says Mr. Howell, getting impatient. Where exactly, pray tell, did we find her? Already find? Oh, you mean Ginger or Marianne? Now, if one of them is a white goddess, you'll rescue us? And they're hinting that if you find the white goddess, yes, they will help rescue them. Oh, joy, I just saved $100,000. Mr. Howell, of course, that's all he cares about. Saving that good old money. And this is how it comes in. She's startled at first, and they bow down. Oh, where are these persons? So Mrs. Howell's kind of flattered at first. Lovey, I'd like you to meet His Majesty King Kalawani, Emperor of Eternal Night, Knight of Eternal Day, Seeker of. Well, he really is a king, which of course that's what impresses Mrs. Howell, royalty. Which stands up, he's really king size, says Mr. Howell. Well, please, please, Your Majesty, do stand up. And extend to you the hospitality of our little island. And just as that happens, the net comes crashing down on the natives. Gilligan, you dunce, you've done it again. These savages are civilized. And Gilligan didn't know that. He thought that he was doing a good thing by dropping the net.
Yeah,
This is
sorry about that.
unforgivable. That's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm back.
This is,
Um,
this is unforgivable, Your Majesty.
Yeah.
What an implausible breach of protocol.
Yeah.
And now he's helping them. I'm sorry, what's going on?
I was gonna say we've seen this net before. That in our vines have tender apes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's I think that's the one that they were repairing. If I remember correctly, with Tango. Or they used it to capture Tango.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just a fun fact. We don't get to see it very often. And welcome, Jill.
Hello, Jill. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
She says hello, hello.
And now we have a skipper. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say PvP also said Daddy took his own life. Yes, that is.
Yeah, hey Jill. This episode has Stanley Adams, Cyrano Jones from Star Trek TOS. He's a guest star of the week, King Willani, or something like that. And anyway, Professor and Skipper come across the boat. Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's the handiwork of the primitive Papuan tribe.
Yeah, and it's King Kalawani.
Thank you.
All right, I gotta go. I'll be right back. My kid needs me.
That's okay. Go for it. Oh, I had no idea we were so near their island. But Professor, if they're so primitive, how did they get this? See, this is where Gorilla was talking about earlier, where they were speaking English. This is what they consider the eternal flame, which makes sense. Natives from an island would think that's what it is because of the fact that you don't have to start the fire yourself. So this is one of the objects that the natives misplaced that they were looking for. So they're looking for the eternal flame and the white goddess. I gotta feed my dogs soon. They're getting antsy. Your Highness, eh? Oh, you find the eternal flame. Some cheapo eternal flame. That's a very fine ladder you have there, Your Highness. Would you mind telling me where you got it? Sometimes ship come. So here's where you start to explain. They had visitors before. Sometimes ship come. Captain, give me eternal flame. Plus 1 can eternal lighting fluid. Of course, gotta add that joke. You mean ships land on your island? Must start fire dance. We care to dance? No, I don't think so. Come think of it, I do need to. Okay, sorry, it doesn't make sense the way the text is going. But he asks the professor if he wants to dance. And the professor says, I don't know how to dance. I only waltz. So he grabs Gilligan, and Gilligan says no. And he grabs him and shakes him a little bit. And Gilligan says, well, I do need to practice. And now they start to dance. Meanwhile, back at the Howl Hut, if we made the chance of getting off the silly island, oh, Levy, we knew you'd cooperate. Of course, she'd do anything, darling. After all, I've had so much experience. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
I'll
I'm
be,
back.
I'll be right. I'll be right back, guys. I've got to give my voice a rest for a moment. So I'm
All right.
here, but I'm just resting my voice.
Okay, I can go on if
It's
you
about
can control the slides.
it. Well, yeah, I can do that. My voice is a little weak tonight. I apologize, everybody.
No, no need to apologize for that, Pop. We totally understand.
All right, I'm going to mute.
That's why I'm here. All right, so here they want Mrs. Howell to be the white goddess there. You'll remember, and, and then also all the other girls. This was funny here with the Ginger there. She was saying how it's such an eagle that Mrs. Howell would want to be the white goddess and all that has such an eagle, some woman's eagle. It just makes her sick. I mean, then she goes, I mean, after all, who'd make a better goddess than me? Then that's when Marianne had to chip in and go, me. And welcome,
Right.
yeah, welcome, Daniel's Hot Topics. He goes, hello, Pop, hello, Gorilla. This looks like an
Howdy.
interesting episode. Wow, there are more natives on Gilligan's Island. Yeah, I suppose
That's
they had
right.
to end the series with natives. There. Uh, yeah, this is where Mary Ellen goes, and you're just too short. But I don't know how I feel about that trope about people bringing different heights into stuff. Yes, it can be more taller you are, the more intimidating you can be. But I don't think I don't think that would make much of a difference overall. Let's see. Then they all come out and they're all wearing the same clothes. They've been chasing the girls, and they all come
Yep.
out wearing the same things, and everybody wants to be the white goddess there, and until we find out here in a couple lines that what that all entails. There's always a catch. Wait, what do we know? So we go to the island. Back we go. Yeah, so they're gonna take them to their island where there's a lot more traffic or civilian or traffic from different different civilizations there. You see, this was presented in the court of St. James, not to mention Prune Queen. I think the whole, yeah. So basically, they're saying it's rigged, rigged. I tell ya. What I want to know is by how much. More than we're missing half the conversation. Yeah. So basically, now they find out right here that they're going to make the volcano god very happy by throwing the white goddess into the thing there. And then all of a sudden, none of them want to be the white goddess anymore. And the men won't let the women get thrown into the volcano.
Yes, they do have a change of tune.
Oh yeah, the Gilligan always has to go. Skipper, I didn't know volcanoes could get married. Then this is why Mr. Howell goes in to protect. You know, you'll never get to see more, especially if someone's portraying a billionaire, where they'll instantly step in front of the wife and go to protect the wife. You do not get this anymore.
Oh no.
The man billionaire there would be a coward hiding behind his wife. And sorry about that background noise there. I do not even know what she's playing. Oh, she's playing with Buzz Lightyear.
Well, that
But
goes
no,
to show you the kind of men that the women look for. They like the kind of men that can be dominated. This is the issue I had with the cast on that movie we watched last night. Women,
Splinter.
not all women, but a lot of women, they seem to center around men they need to be dominated and told what to do. But oh well, and I don't like that. That's why I said that about that movie last night. I didn't like the way those characters were written. So anyway, back to Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. Then they talk about there goes a rescue that they're not going to give up the women to a volcano. You
Right,
know,
exactly. Most of it in they change their mind and come running back. Must have white goddess by sundown. And now that they got
yeah.
poisonous blowguns. One of your women must go or take my force, or take by force, he says, so he shoots a blow dart. Poison or no poison, you're going to get one of our girls over our dead bodies, says the skipper.
Well, I'm pretty
And
sure that can be arranged.
yeah,
Oh,
and one of the darts hits that flower plant there, and let's see if I could show this. And that's the result of a blow dart. Comedic style, of course. Skipper, can we lay down now? They all want to pass out.
mm,
So there's only three of them, and there's four of us. They're trying to figure out their options and their
yeah.
strategies.
Well,
Just one poison. Sorry.
oh, sorry. Sorry. No. Yeah. Now I lost what I was. Now I forgot what I was going to say here. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
I was pretty good.
Okay, just one poison dart. They say, yeah, and another poison dart. Three against two.
Again.
Gilligan, and he says none, without anyone getting hurt. So I'm gonna just play through these slides without reading the text because, like I said, it's not gonna make sense when the text is all broken up out of sequence. You can't really make sense of what they're saying.
Yeah.
Once again, please everybody get your hands on the Blu-ray or DVDs and try to watch the uncut versions of this.
Yeah. Well, basically, what the basic thing, what that last scene was saying was, why don't we fight them? Because it's 4 against 3. But then what if they hit us with a poison dart? That's 3-3. The Gilligan goes 2-1, then 1 in there. So they decide the men are going to take over this. So we got the skipper here, dressed in drag. And this is yeah. So we got the skipper dressed in drag, which we cannot laugh at this because that would be transphobic, and then LBGT homophobic. What are those other press terms I was supposed to use? But anyhow,
I lose count. I'm not sure.
yeah, I forget which buzz terms I'm supposed to use to get promoted in the algorithm.
And needless to say, the profession does not look very good in drag either.
Yeah.
That's my number. My number.
Yeah.
How dark tonight and how bad their eyesight. Yeah, so it's not a good profession. In fact, it's funny because you would think Marianne would be better at putting makeup on than that. It's almost like she intentionally went over the top to make him look really ugly.
Well, maybe she thought he was going to go to a parade or something.
That's what I was going to say. He looks like he's coming out of a trans parade.
Maybe that he was getting ready for a show at a bar.
And Mr. Howell is even worse,
Yeah.
unfortunately. No offense to Jim Backus, but
It's ma'am.
and she's of course Mrs. Howell is like, how go on, you're doing this to save my life. And he says, no, I'm doing it to save my business. I gotta get off, gotta get to that King's Island. And he's, of course, he's griping because the earrings are pinching his ears. Oh yeah, great. So she, of course, she's getting ready to leave, so she says, "Oh dear, well, don't say anything, catty girls, just because I'm leaving first." Well, I must say, you two are a gruesome twosome.
Yeah.
You don't make us a threesome, I might say.
Yeah.
You know,
Now,
I don't think.
uh, did you catch? There was a reference in here that I'm not sure if you caught it there, that Mr. Howell refers to the skipper and the professor as Maxine and Laverne when they're all dressed up there. It's
Uh-huh.
a reference to the Andrews Sisters. It's a popular singing group from the 1940s consisting of Maxine Laverne and Patty Andrews.
I got brownies on.
Yeah.
So yeah, the is it so it's just a quick ref. So basically, they're the Andrews sisters.
Right. Who were known for the hit, the,
And make
the Big Boy of Company B.
need
I
underwear
can't
on.
remember. The Big Blue
Underwear.
Beagle Boy of Company B, something like that. In fact, they had a lot of
Yeah,
songs. They were very popular at the time. That was during World War II.
yeah. I think that's before they did the OSS tours too, isn't it? Or what the tours
I
that
don't
last
know.
singers do?
I'm not sure. Gilligan says, I don't know. I'm not going to dress up like a girl. I'm actually surprised they didn't do him first. And you can't make, and I do remember this scene as a kid. You can't make me, you can't make me, you can't make me, you can't make me. And of course, it's already too late. Gilligan, if I ever saw a white goddess, well, what are we going to call him? Now, notice they don't have too much makeup on Gilligan. They way overdid the makeup on the other ones to highlight, to make him look even uglier. But with Gilligan, it looks more natural. So, and that's kind of, in my opinion, kind of obvious. But they're saying we must make this work, but what are we going to call him? I mean, who ever heard of a goddess named Gilligan? Gilliana. And Gilligan says something along the lines of, well, what about Gilliana? And there's Gilliana, that's such a musical, feminine, and they like the name.
Oh, sorry,
They
I
like,
forgot to mute.
they like the name. Turn around, move for us, Gilliana. And of course, Gilligan is not used to those high heels, so he's tripping all over them. They kill him. I don't see how women wear them. And Mrs. Howell had said, talked about how they had to keep their minds on different pains. I don't understand if the shoes are painful, why wear them? I'm not going to wear shoes to impress anybody if they're painful. Anyway, they think how much their earrings are for pinching their ears, and that's how they get their mind off of it. And now here's the reveal. Sun sinks low in the sky. It's time. No more time must choose. Goddess now.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was talking. I was like, oh, but it's um they're the I never understood that where why people would wear such uncomfortable stuff. Just like I never understood the 6-inch heels. Like walking on your on pretty much your big toe, that would hurt.
Yeah, you'd think, right? Maybe they can get used to it eventually. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Can we catch up on chat real quick?
Good idea.
For
Thank you.
yeah, and Anti Drew Jill says, Cyrano Jones, I watched all of these one time, but didn't remember that. Cool. Gotta rewatch these. Uh yeah, they're good, you know. And I wish Marion Ginger and Marianne would spar a bit. Maybe you'll get your wish, maybe not. You'll have to wait and see, Daniel. Yeah, it's cool to see him on Gilligan. Yeah, it was. And hello, Daniels.
Dad,
Jill, how was your
Dad,
day? What's going on today?
Dad.
Later. All right. And Jill says it wasn't warm here. It was hot, Daniel. Now define hot there because hot is relevant because like it's like 80 some here degrees here with 100% humidity. So and Marianne is nice. Yeah, way too nice. Uh, Imagine it's hot there with the many days in summer. Oh, okay. And if you're in Dre, you're not a transsexual, you're a transvestite. Close enough. The definitions of words keep changing. It's hard to keep track. I've done trying. And PvP says it's been too hot most days here, although we have had some hot days. Uh,
Yeah, I know how that is. We're getting up into the 90s here now.
yeah. I don't care how hot it gets here. I just want it to stop raining.
So, are you a married woman? No. Your
Yeah.
Highness, is this a goddess or is this a goddess? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We just had one last one. This episode would have been right at home last month. Yeah.
Yes, it would have. Yeah, it would have, huh? Well, I'm sorry we weren't able to make that happen, but oh well, c'est la vie.
We tried, but life gets in the way sometimes. So now they're putting on a show. Hooah 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 hooah. Oh hooah hooah hooah.
Yes, pretty much.
And it's basically like a ceremonial dance. The saying that they found the white goddess and the goddess of everything else. Goddess of work, goddess of night, goddess of play, goddess of moon.
Yeah, which obviously they're poking fun of how natives used to reference everything goddess, the moon, the sun, the earth.
Basically, like not a pagan religion, but along the same lines of having like the earth, sea, the elemental. They have elemental gods. I think is what I'm looking for.
That's a little too much faith for Gilligan. When tide come in, we leave. So Skipper tells him, "Don't worry, you'll be fine. I'm just a whistle away." And Gilligan's trying to take off the wig and the clothing, but every time he does, this guy keeps coming back. I was thinking about my
Yeah,
future husband, the volcano.
yeah. It's King Kilowani,
Thank you.
and he's coming. Now they're just acting like two awkward teenagers sitting on a park bench.
Yeah, it's old gags.
Yeah, just awkward. And Skipper told him if he hears a whistle, he'll come to his rescue.
Yes.
Or someone would. Yeah, they could not. There's no way they could have pulled this off, and this episode still be as entertaining as it is now.
Oh no, no,
Oh,
you're right.
yeah.
I
Eh,
want
And
volcano.
Scurry saying hi to everybody here. I'll be right back. Hey, quit pitching me.
So
I'll be
Mr. Howell's
right
gonna
back.
go for it. Mr. Howell's gonna break out his old magician's outfit, and they're gonna try to stall the best they can. And King Kilawani keeps flirting with Gilligan. No, want to be alone. And of course, King Kilawani keeps yelling at Mrs. Howell, telling her to get out. He wants to be alone with the goddess. Well, if you change your mind, let me know, she says. Now I give to you, your mother must have a very big. Here's where he says, "This is my mother's ring, and I want to give it to you." And he says, "Your mother must have a very big, fat finger." And he says, "No, it was for her nose." He said, "Well, I'm sorry, but my nose isn't pierced." And in come the girls dancing, doing their stick. Like I said, what they're all doing is trying to stall and delay. And now they do a segue over to introducing the great magician to Mr. Howe. Yay, yay, yay! He knows a. Here's what's funny is Gilligan says he knows 1,000 tricks, and then watch. I'll show something here in a couple seconds. The only trick I'm interested in is a simple trick of cards, says Mr. Howe. And he says now for my, which he does. Sorry, it's hard to show it with the slideshow, everybody. He says now for my second trick. An ordinary red handkerchief you see, and it becomes a yellow handkerchief. Now, full of magic hand, full of rabbit. Now he's getting nervous, and he's starting to get his lines messed up. So he says, "Magic hand, now pull a rabbit out," and he hands it over to the king to do that. And instead, the king pulls out a duck. Want to buy a duck? And then Mr. Howell says, "First time I ever laid an egg." Kikanda, whatever that means. I know, let's play hide and seek, says Gilligan.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you catch me,
Oh,
I'll give you a great big kiss.
yeah.
Kiss,
Oh,
that good game. How you play?
oh,
Mm, you count one, two, three, and Gilligan says, "No, no,
yeah.
no, no."
Now I remember. Yeah, I remember with my nephews there. The one time there, they learned real fast. I told them, let's play hide and don't seek. And, and so they, I started counting, and they closed their eyes, and then I just sat there and put the TV to what I wanted there. They are actually pretty good hiders there. They sat hidden for 45 minutes before they came out of their hiding spots.
Oh, that's pretty good, isn't
Oh man, they were not happy with me that night. All right, so yeah,
it? So Gilligan
he started
says, "No, no,
counting.
not." Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, he started counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. He goes, "No, you got to give us time because we can't run that fast." So
Right.
then we get to this 1, 2, 3.
You
Th-
brought it in here?
Then every time he comes up to like 7 or 8, Gilligan goes 4, 5. And he starts recounting. This is
Yes.
so hilarious. Just sitting here laughing as
Why
Gilligan
you
starts
brought
scripting.
it in here?
Stop. So sorry, not talking to you, Pop. All right. So yeah, basically Gilligan just strips down to everything and just leaves all his clothes right there.
Right. And he goes to sneak out the door again, and he got to get past that guard. There we go, 9 and 10. So King Kilawani got reaches the 10. Where you're not, here I come. And he turns, and as we notice him missing, he's searching for him, and he sees the empty clothing. And he goes out and calls to the guard. I warn you before God's angry. No make
Yeah,
pass it, goddess. We go
and
now.
yeah, the word that he was using there, well, uh, Kikakanda. So either that was the guard's name, or it means guard in their native language.
Gotcha. They would have found out sooner or later I wasn't a girl, says Gilligan. Follow me, says Mr. Howell. Mr. Howell is still trying to convince Gilligan to give himself up so he can try to get a rescue. But Gilligan says there's no way he's not going to believe it. And he's trying to put the clothes back on him, but Gilligan's not into it.
Mommy.
And he tells him, he said, and they go, why not? Well, I don't think so. Look. And they look at the natives.
Yeah.
They look at the natives are already heading back to their island.
Yeah. It, yeah, it's so funny. Mr. Howell and them were trying to get him to come back. He goes, I don't think it'll work. Then you see a sped up version of the paddling real fast.
Right.
Yeah. And this scene was actually left in for syndicated versions.
Okay.
So good for them. They actually didn't cut this.
I'm writing this adventure up in our logs, says the skipper. Wonder how you spell King Kalawani. King, King. I'm putting it up outside. And he says, what are you doing with my trunk? And Gilligan says, I'm putting it outside with the rest of your stuff. And Skipper is sort of getting upset, sort of wondering, well, he said, why? He said, well, I was a white goddess, right? And a goddess is royalty, right? Well, you don't exactly expect us royalty. I see, I don't like this because, I'm sorry, but the text is missing every other character. It's only showing what Gilligan's saying, not what Skipper's saying. So bear with me. And like I said, once again, try to get your hands on a DVD or Blu-ray copy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to make it.
Yeah. I don't think we were missing too much there from what Skipper was saying.
We were missing an entire side of a conversation.
Oh.
And considering it's supposed to be comedy, it just made it not funny. So that's why I recommend you guys watch the DVD or the Blu-ray. You can't rely on the jokes making sense all the time.
Yeah, and if you can't get a hold of DVD or Blu-ray, these are on Tubi for free. The full versions of the episodes, not the cutout versions, the syndicated versions.
Or somebody would turn some of those stations in that butcher these up and not allow them to even show them at all. I'd rather have it, instead of butchering them up for greed and time to add more commercials, I wish they weren't allowed to show them at all. But oh well. And the great Stanley Adams as King Kalawani.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we'll get the butchered versions anymore with streaming services.
Oh, they'll continue showing them.
No, but they no, with the streaming services we get the full versions because they don't have to have it at a set time to end, for the next show to start on the hour or half hour.
But there's streaming services that have commercials. So they're going to still stream. They're going to pay a monthly fee.
Yeah.
And they're going to still cut out scenes.
No, they'll still have the commercials, but they won't cut out the scenes because they don't have to have the end at the top of the hour like they did on cable.
You'll see. I mean, that's a nice thought, but I disagree. And all I can say is you'll see. You'll see.
You
All
So,
right.
as a reminder, as a reminder, everybody, there is a poll in the chat. If you get the opportunity, consider voting on which episode did you prefer the most. Remember, these are the last two episodes of the entire series. This is the end of season two and season three. So, vote which one's best. And once again, you can either vote on which episode you like best or which one you think we covered the best, which coverage was the best. We appreciate your vote and for you taking the time to do that. But next, I'm going to ask my good friend Gorilla answer that question. I'm sorry, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Gorilla, which episode was your favorite? And then tell us about your channel, please.
I don't know. That's hard to decide this week. They're both good. They're entertaining. I mean, the second one, there's no way that have been made today with the sensitive topics that is there with everything thing
Uh-huh.
there. But the first one, I enjoyed him having the hee haw around with a bunch of plastic explosions. Who likes explosions? Even though I preferred them to have some bigger explosions for the bigger items. But I suppose they
Yeah,
just use the same explosions to go down and try to end as for safety too. So
true.
they're both pretty good. It's hard to decide this week.
I agree.
It
I
was
like
a
them both.
it was a high it's a high point to end on. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and the last two last week were really strong episodes too. So I like the fact that if I had to say, I would say this show went out with a bang and not with a whimper. It went out with some strong episodes, so it's not like there was any point where they just gave up. They worked and they worked their butts off and gave us their best up until the very end. And I definitely commend them for that because you just once again that's another thing you don't see anymore.
All right.
And
I'll
it's
catch up
silly.
on yeah.
Yes,
And
listen, please do. Thank you.
yeah, we get a bunch of ducks from PvP here.
Thank you, PvP.
The They says, "Is it hide and seek countdown from 100?" Oh, you give the hiders way too much time to sit there and they can sit and ponder for over a minute where to hide. No, if we're being generous, it's 20, but usually it's 10.
Yeah, 100 sounds like you're going to be there all night.
Yeah. And Scurvy says, "It was so hot today, I was able to wash and dry my clothes at the same time."
There you go. Are you in an area where it's humid? I know that's
Uh,
really a pain when you're in an area where it's really humid and sticky.
yeah, Scurvy's down in Texas there, so uh, somewhere.
I think, am I
Uh,
right? Am I right or wrong? All you guys from Texas, isn't it dry in Texas?
Uh, the coastal areas can get very humid in that. There are a lot of lakes there,
Uh
but
huh.
Scurvy hasn't given me enough clues to narrow down exactly where he lives. Like some of the other ones, there's some people they gave subtle hints of like they talked about descriptions of where of certain stuff for other places. Are they able to sit there and narrow down where they live? And the one person I had them narrowed down to like 5 miles from of where they live. They're like, "How did you even know that? How did you figure it out?" And I sat there, went through the whole thing with him. He's like, "Oh."
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Just
You
subtle
got to be
hints and stuff.
right. You got to be careful not to reveal your
Like,
identity on here. It's dangerous. Like you guys, with me, only my close friends on
it just
here.
all depends.
Right, but on my close friends on YouTube, I mean, the most you guys know is what
Mm,
town I'm in, but you don't know like what house or my address. You wouldn't be able to drive right up to my door as it stands right now, and that's the way it should
yeah,
be.
yeah,
Majority of people, a
yeah,
little bit more people might know I'm in Arizona, but that's what I generally say is just Arizona.
yeah. No, like he let slip that he is so far from a coast, and he was so far from a certain castle. He's gonna head up to there that one weekend to this cat to a certain like he just said like a castle, but then he also said there's like a park here and that there's like this is it's just like little landmark stuff like when he's just just talking away for something to talk about, just subtle stuff, and it's like, huh. So, yeah, that's kind of. I was able to do that to a few people there, and they just get all freaked. But I'm not gonna sit there and stalk someone. It's just funny just seeing people's reactions. And PvP says sometimes saving scurvy need to do that with my laundry. Or sound like oh oh shoot, I jumped here. Um, it was so hot today. I bought a loaf of bread at the store. By the time I drove home, it was toast. Hey, scurvy, at least you're gonna save just take your frying pan, go put it on the hood of your car there, and fry some eggs. It'll save you on electricity. I actually one of the guys I used to work with, he used to be he was a Desert Storm there, and he was a leader of a tank battalion or something like that. And then they said they used to cook their hot dogs on the exhaust port or on their tanks in Iraq. I don't know how true it is, but sounds like a good story.
Well, it worked as long as it's not near the exhaust for it's getting the fumes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know how true the story is, but and thank you, Scurvy, for putting my link in. And goes, that episode went out on a high note, like Scotty or George Costanza.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Sorry.
And Scurvy says, yes, both
But
hot and humid.
that's right. But
Yeah.
you're right. I agree. It was two good episodes. Is that all for the chat?
No, we got quite a bit more here. And
Oh,
PvP
that's
says,
all.
dry heat here, thankfully. Oh, I'll quit your bragging there, PvP. Yeah, I'll take a dry heat any day. Plenty of Texas is humid. It's really west and northwest Texas that is dry. And welcome, Sean Carter. You catch us right at the
Hey,
end of the
Sean.
show.
Hello, Sean.
Yeah, and my arm's getting dead here. I got a kid that passed out right in my arms. And
Well,
everybody
like
say
emotion,
hi.
she was able to sleep. Wow.
Yeah, no, she just passed right out. She was making all that commotion that out, like you flip the switch on her. Uh, and Screw says basically Central Texas and East Texas can get plenty humid. Yeah, well, that's from all those.
Okay.
Mm. So I'm narrowing you down, Scurvy. I'm narrowing you down. And Daniel says it's Thursday, July 4th, 2024. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, Friday Americans.
Hello,
Shooting
Daniel.
again. I'm waiting to see some of the fireworks videos this year of people screwing around with their fireworks. And you should see the episode of Red Green where he cooks an entire Christmas dinner under the hood of his car at Classics.
Oh yeah, I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah. And Sean said, someone once asked, I'm thinking of going to Texas in August. What's the weather like? The answer was, ever been cremated? And that's all the chats.
I don't know. I got a buddy in California right now, and he says daily it's about 120 right now almost. So
Oh,
that is definitely no fun. They're going through nasty heat.
yeah, that would be.
So my review is I like both episodes. I thought they were also think that it was. I'm happy they went out on a strong note with two good episodes. Which one was the best in my opinion? Um, I guess and I feel bad, but it's a tie again, just like last week. I love them both equally as well and very fondly, especially knowing that they're the end of the series. And when they shot them, the cast had no idea they were being canceled. They thought they were coming back for a fourth season, and I thought that's terrible. They deserve to come back. The show was doing good in the ratings. There was no reason for it. The only reason why they took it off the air is for Gunsmoke, because the program and director's wife saw the gun smoke and then bumped. And she goes, "No, I can't do that. My gun smoke." So they took something else off the air, and then Gilligan's Island, so that Gunsmoke could come on for like the 20th, 21st season, something crazy like that, which was despicable. And that shows how out of touch they were at the time. And okay, as far as my channel is concerned, this is Wednesday evening, and this is obviously Gilligan's Island. I remember this is the last two episodes, like I said, of season 3, but this doesn't mean it's over. Next Wednesday at this time, we're going to cover Rescue from Gilligan's Island. So if you could try to be here for that, that would be wonderful. I think you have a great time. Especially if you've not seen it. I mean, come on, you want to satiate that curiosity on how the castaways got off the island. So you might want to know that. And then Saturday we'll have Reminisce in the lab. Sunday we'll be back with more of the magnificent Moss in Space. And Tuesday we'll be back with our horror sci-fi stream. We haven't came up with the title yet. We'll be announcing that within the next couple of days or so. I think that's all I can add as far as my channel is concerned that I know of, without running it into the ground and know we're doing.
Yeah. All right. Yes. For my channel there, I'll probably be doing fireworks video tomorrow as long as we don't get rained out. Uh, I'm thinking of doing. I found a show there. Curiosity has piqued my interest there. It sounds like it's I I I don't know if I want.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
debating on doing.
I'm sorry, I lost track of what you were saying. Okay,
Oh,
a show came
Chris
on that
stock
did
for
what?
Friday.
All right, go
It's kind
ahead.
of piqued my inner curiosity. Someone made a show called The New Norm, and it's supposed to take a lot of these uh pro, high profile like YouTubers and that podcasters, and it's called The New Norm. It's I got told it's worse than Velma. I almost want to see it for myself there, but I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
yet on Friday. I don't know yet on Friday. There will be no DS9 on Saturday because I'll have a family get together. Then
Nice.
we'll do something for Sunday there. My co-host is gone, so we're gonna hold off on Starship Troopers there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, uh,
great movie.
yeah. And PvP says, "Don't blow yourself up tomorrow, Gorilla. No promises. If I do, I'll make sure to have it on video for you, y'all."
Yes, exactly. That's the spirit.
Yeah. And Scurvy says Gorilla has a fun channel. Thank you for that, Scurvy.
Yes,
And
he does.
no,
Has
you
quite the variety.
yeah, you don't have to watch a Walton's episode. If I do anything, it'll be a watch party because I don't want to do any homework. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, is there anything else, Pop?
No, I was just gonna say I'm gonna reveal the results of the poll.
Okay. Yep.
All right, so let me go to that. Bear with me, everybody. Give me a moment. We're gonna show. Here we go. In poll. Got that part. There's like a few steps you have to do before you can show the poll. Almost there. And there we go. Okay, so it looks like, first of all, I want to thank you all for participating. I really do appreciate it. And it says we got 9 votes. Terrific. Which episode did you prefer the most? Bang Bang. Ooh, looks like Bang Bang got 88% of the votes. And Gilligan the Goddess got 11%. Very
Yep.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Everybody loves a good explosion.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And I believe that's almost it. I think we've covered all the chat for tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, so everything in the chat. Well, Scurvy says bang, bang, bang wins. But that's
That
all
is
the
true.
chats.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, everybody. I just said once again for being with us through the whole series, all three seasons. And I hope to see you next week for Rescue from Gilligan's Island. It'll be at the same time slot. We'll try to keep it within the same time frame because I know usually we show two episodes of Gilligan, two 30-minute episodes of Gilligan's Island, but next week will be about an 80-minute episode. It's about 80 minutes, I believe, that movie. So that's about how tomorrow or next week will be sizing up.
Yeah.
Is there anything you
All
want
right.
to add, Gorilla, before we close this?
Yes. After we end the stream, I'm putting a link in the chat here. If you guys could go and vote in this guy's poll, he's trying to pick
No,
the next book that is.
wait. Only if he's a member of our community that he's on my or your
Oh
channel.
no, he's not. I was just trying to do a poll
Yeah,
for later.
he's got to be a sub on this channel.
Okay,
Sorry,
sorry.
it's one of the sorry. Just to be fair to everybody.
Okay. All right, then never mind. I got nothing.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. Stay warm wherever you are. If you work tomorrow, please drive safe and peace.
Oops.
That'll teach you, huh?